for you movie lovers out there, in addition to like the Happy Check and like, other pre-installed apps that come with the device like Facebook and Netflix and whatnot, there's this other cool one, and Hulu, of course, um, called MX Player, and it's just a movie playing or a video playing app. What I love about it is that, when you have your movies on your PC or Mac or whatever, and you want to, copy them over onto your GPD XD, all you do, you would go into your SD card, create a directory, call it whatever you want, and then you just copy and paste your movies into that directory. When you open the MX player, your movies will automatically be there already. You just have to just run them and play them, and you can enjoy them. So you don't have to like try to like map a directory or map a file or anything. They automatically are picked up by this app, which is really cool. And I honestly think that the screen is the best feature of this game console. I mean, yeah, it has the really nice keys, the key mapper function, touchscreen and all that, but the screen itself, the quality of the screen, it's great for gameplay and definitely great for movie watching. The fact that you have a 6,000 milliampere hour battery, you can watch, movies back to back between charges, right? You can watch, a couple of movies before having to charge your device. So again, kudos to GPD for giving us this great entertainment device. Now it also comes with a mini HDMI port in the back, which I will show you in a second. So you can connect this to a huge large screen television. So if you're tired watching your movies on a small 5-inch screen, you can, connect it up to a 70-inch or a 60-inch or a 50-inch screen TV and enjoy your media there as well. Now, what I really absolutely adore about this little device is the fact that you can connect up to two wireless gamepad controllers to this as well. Now I will be testing out the PS3, Xbox 360, and Xbox One controllers, and I will be putting it in a subsequent video. But just imagine you have this ultra portable gaming device. It's also a multimedia center where you can play your videos. You can also hook this up to a large screen television through an OTG cable, and you can connect up to two wireless gamepads. So I have been getting numerous requests to show how you can get this done, so that is something I will be working on. So stay tuned, and then I will let you know the outcome in subsequent videos. So stay tuned. And by the way, the best way to stay tuned is to subscribe to my channel. Just thought I'd add that, just to remind you. Anyway, yeah, so if you subscribe, when I do get these videos out showing how you can connect these to the GPD XD, you'll be one of the first to know, right? So, subscribe. Now, there's only one small flaw of this that it's not really a showstopper, but I thought I would mention it. It does not come with built-in Bluetooth. I'm not sure if that was a battery issue or a use case issue, but they didn't include Bluetooth on this model. However, it does have built-in Wi-Fi, so you can use, it has Wi-Fi 802.11, BGNN, so you can surf the web and do, all the things that you would normally do on your tablet or smartphone. And the Wi-Fi radio in this is pretty good. I have used other game systems that have Wi-Fi, and the radio really, really sucks. Like, the reception is really, really bad, but this picks up my internal home router pretty well, and it's pretty fast. Yeah, it's really, really good. Surfing the web is it's comfortable. Looking at the back of the unit, of course we have dual shoulder keys on either side. Now, I did mention in another video that they do click, and you can hear the clicking sound, so that may be annoying to some, but I usually play this with headphones plugged into my ear, so I don't really care. It doesn't really affect me. But if you do plan to be playing this in bed next to your partner or wife or husband, just note that they may get sick and tired of hearing you pressing these clicking buttons while you're shooting your aliens before bedtime. Now, anyway, so back to the ports. So going from left to right here, We have our micro SD card slot. We have our mini USB port for data transfer and for charging. And then we have here our mini HDMI port, which you use to connect to your television. And of course we have our 3.5 millimeter audio jack. So now let's do a quick overview of the key layout on the front here. So starting on the top left hand side, we have a analog nub, and it's a very high quality analog nub. It even has a nice rubberized feel on it, so your thumb, no matter how sweaty it gets, won't slip when using it. And then let's go across to the right. We have our L3 button, right? So that's our third shoulder button, but they put it at the front here. We have our volume down and volume up keys. We have our power switch. And then we have our shortcut key. When you press that, it shows you all of your currently open apps. And then you can quickly go back to that app. Then we have our famous key mapper key. We have our R3 button, which is your right side, your third right shoulder button, but they put it at the front. Then we have our right analog nub. And then let's go across to the left, and from the middle here we have our D-pad. Now this D-pad actually is up there with the Nintendo's, their Game Boys and their 3DS. That quality, same nice feel to it, nice spongy buttons, designed for hours of button mashing. Anyway, so then on the right hand side here we have our action keys. If you look closely at the action buttons, there's actually two sets of prints there. You have your standard A, B, X, and Y icons, and they're color coded. But if you look closely, they even have the PlayStation like icons. You have your square, your triangle, your X, and your circle. So that's an interesting thing that I found there, having both sets of icons on the action buttons. Pretty cool, right? Because I mean, this can emulate PS1 games as well, and it does the emulation very well. So I'm guessing that they put the PlayStation icons just for that emulator, right? The PS1. And then along the bottom here we have our start and select keys, and then we have our back button, which you always find on a smartphone, and you have your home key. That home key is so important because there are many times I'm deep within a directory, or I'm looking, I'm in some app, or I'm in a game. I press that home key, it takes me right back to the home screen, which is very useful. And what I love about it as well, they have the speakers on the front here, so you can actually then couple the device in your hand and not block the speakers, which is cool. Now the GPD XD does come with a built-in accelerometer as well. So if you don't want to be playing games where you have to be mashing buttons, you can actually just use the built-in accelerometer. And this comes in very handy when you're playing driving games, because it really simulates using a steering wheel. And I find it's even better playing racing games with an accelerometer when you have this type of form factor, because now your entire hand is down here, right, while you're piloting your car, as opposed to like on either side of the screen here, where your hands can get in the way and it takes away from the driving fun. But I find using this clamshell model, using this clamshell form factor with the built-in accelerometer, driving games are a bit more fun, because I can see the entire screen and not be distracted by my hands. They've hit it out of the park with this particular model, the GPD XD. If you are an avid gamer and you love playing Android games on the go, and you are a huge fan of emulators and emulator games, this is definitely the device for you. It has the key mapper functionality, where you can map your physical keys to the virtual keys on the screen. It has that huge 6,000 milliampere hour battery that can give you hours and hours of gameplay, and I'm talking about minimum of 8 hours up to a maximum of 11 plus hours of gameplay when you're on the road. And it comes in these three nice colors: red, blue, and black. As you can see, I have my favorite color here, red. Has a very nice intuitive interface, similar to like Windows 10, with the nice big colorful tiles. They even have like a set of pre-installed apps and games for you. And you know, the clamshell design similar to that of the Nintendo 3DS XL. So it protects your screen. Um, One thing though, these they have these little rubber feet on the corners of the screen. They come out easily, and as you can see, I've lost my two bottom ones. Small thing, I can easily replace those, but just wanted to mention that. But and then look at the quality of the keys themselves. They are console quality. They're Nintendo-like quality. The analog knobs are definitely not cheap. They feel very, very great in my hands and my thumbs. They have very good thumb grips. Um, all of the analog joysticks are very fluid to touch. And you know you have like all you have so many you have like what two shoulder buttons on either side, and you even have a third shoulder button in the, and they put that in the front. Um, I guess a lot of people are asking, well, why not have a screen on the bottom there, just like you have like on the Nintendo 3DS XL, right? You know, a screen right here would be perfect. But to be honest, I mean, having an extra screen means it's going to suck more power out of your battery, and do you really need that? I mean, most emulator games only run on one screen anyway, unless you're emulating like uh, the um, the Nintendo DS or something, right? But most of the time you're going to be using one screen, and makes sense. But yeah, this definitely and again, it's also a full tablet, right? A full Android tablet. So you can download all of your favorite apps from the Google Play Store and run them. And you can even get some productivity out of it, right? You can, instead of playing games, you can, watch your movies. You can maybe even do some work, right? So yeah, it's a great device. I definitely would recommend it. And I mean, it does sell online. It retails for around 200 US dollars, depending on, of course, the flavor that you want in terms of built-in memory, because it ranges from 16 gigabytes up to the 32 gigabytes, all the way up to 64 gigabytes, and that reflects in a price range of around 150 to 160, all the way up to 200 plus dollars, right? So whatever you need. And one thing I would note, if you plan to download a ton of Android games, I know a lot of the Android games work better when they use the onboard memory. So if you do plan on downloading a lot of Android games, I would recommend getting the 64 gigabyte version, so you can download all of your Android games on that, and then use your external storage for your emulated ROMs and your videos and your music and your multimedia. So it's definitely a good buy. Again, I was a bit apprehensive initially, thinking, the quality may not be that great, the build and everything and look and feel. I was so wrong. It's up there. It's really good. And I'll definitely give this 5 out of 5 stars. That's my personal opinion. So if you're thinking of getting yourself one of these, I do have links at the bottom of this page where you can get these off of Amazon. Okay, so feel free to go check out those links, and if you're lucky, they most probably will be a discount off the price. They usually are sometimes, so go check it out. Check out the links, and yeah, cool. Hey everybody, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Now I'm going to ask you to do two things before you leave. One, there's a button right up here on the screen to my right here. Click on that, and that will take you to our website, www.redtechbot.com. When you get on that site, there will be a button there where you can actually sign up for our newsletter. And when you do sign up for our newsletter by entering in your email address, you will automatically be entered into all of our tech giveaways. And by tech giveaways, these are some typical examples of what we will be giving away, and these are some examples. There's other stuff as well. And the good news is you just have to enter your email address once, and it would automatically be entered into the pool every time we do a draw. And we will use that email address, of course, to contact the winner, to tell them, hey, you've won something, and it's really cool. And of course, the newsletter will have updates on tech reviews, what's coming up new, what's coming up next, new stuff in the industry, and even information on future giveaways, right? So it's really nice newsletter that we're going to be sending out. And one other thing is, on this side on the screen here, up here on my left, you click on that and you will subscribe to the channel. Now, by subscribing, of course, you will be at the forefront of any new things that are happening, any new videos that are coming out. And what I will also be doing is I'll be doing videos where I'll be talking about what we're going to be doing as a next giveaway, right? So you want to be subscribed, tuned in to that as well. So it's going to be a fun year and fun years to come as well. So yeah, that being said, you guys have a great day. Bye.